I mean, why didn't we just keep it a V6 and just run open headers? It'd sound just as stupid.
Eric.
Yeah.
I got something to show you.
What you got?
Come check it out. He's in his office. What? You quitting? If you don't like it, we'll take it off. I'll push it outside. Check this out. This is the fun part.
Woo! The big dog.
Yeah. The ring, ring, ring.
Man, how much do you think that thing weighs?
I don't know.
Can you curl it? Or is it that heavy?
No, I can probably curl it.
All right.
Baby, watch me. I hurt myself. Oh my God. It's pretty heavy.
Yeah, that thing looks a lot heavier.
Okay. That was a mistake. It comes with some really cool stuff. So that is fun though. Getting this all put on, we'll put it on tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
Keenan's in my way right now. He's building an awesome exhaust actually. It's really, really, really nice. Stainless exhaust. It looks awesome. But what I'm most excited about is this right here. Whipple has included this in their kit. I'm just trying to figure out if I should put it on the front or the back of this truck.
You put it on the back, because that's all people are going to see anyways.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
And who runs a front plate anyways?
Me.
Oh.
You gotta keep it.
I forgot you go out to West
can't
Texas.
Be riding dirty, man.
Every time I go out west, I get pulled over for not having front plates by DPS.
DPS, all up and down.
That's
20.
the only reason. The first thing they're like, "Do you know why I pulled you over?" I'm like, I'm gonna guess it's because I don't have a front plate. They're like,
I'm just gonna throw a guess out there.
Yeah, there was one time I got pulled over 3 times for the same thing on one trip.
You didn't just like throw it up in your. Most of Camaro guys like throw it up in their.
No, I don't even carry them on me, dude. I throw them in my toolbox and never see them again until I sell the car.
Yeah. It comes with all the fun stuff, but we're not using a lot of it. But so technically, this is a kit for the motor, for the truck that the motor came out of.
This is like a Camaro or Corvette kit?
Yeah, well, this particular one's for the truck, but yeah. Oh, same motor, but.
Oh, yeah, because you have a truck LT
it's a
one.
L86.
Yeah, okay, gotcha.
So it would technically bolt right into like a 2018. I think it even comes with like a little bass tune from them and stuff. And it's real straightforward, all the hoses. We won't use a lot of this. We just want the cool part. And that's it. It's awesome.
Nice.
We got a bunch of other cool stuff over there.
I didn't get it because you weren't here last week, but what do you think of the paint now?
Oh, it's awesome, dude. It looks so good in person, you know?
It really does.
Yeah. So, I always was gonna paint it back the color that it was. No matter what color it would have been, just because it was my grandpa's, but I wasn't real excited about this color, but now that it's on there, I think it looks awesome.
It looks, yeah, it looks good.
Yeah. It looks really good. Yeah, I'm excited about it. It's getting there. We got a long way to go. Still thinks we're gonna go.
And a short time to get there.
Yeah. You may be filming us doing some overnights.
Yeah, westbound and down.
Yeah. Yeah, westbound and down.
Yeah.
Yeah, other than that, I got a ton of other stuff. So another thing I'm doing on this, since it is the L86 and we're putting a supercharger, so I got LT4 injectors.
Oh, nice.
And then the high pressure fuel pump is a LT4 high pressure fuel pump too.
Yeah, you don't want to skimp on that.
Nah. Then it has a Brian Tooley cam in it, and it ought to run pretty good. I mean, it looks really good, but it ought to really get out there.
What stage cam is it?
I think this stage 3.
Stage 3? That'll be really rowdy, or plenty rowdy, I should say.
Here's a cam card. Gen 5, Stage 3, CPDS.
It's gonna sound nasty, that's for sure.
Oh yeah. We want it to sound like super 90s. Chopping the block. Yeah, yeah. We want it loud, but let's talk about this. Actually, that brings up a good point.
Okay.
I like loud. Dad hates loud. Dad lined Keenan out on the exhaust, and now I have 4 mufflers. So y'all tell me, is it gonna be loud?
Here, I need to get, is there an extra light somewhere?
Oh, I got you a light. I got you. Let's take a look at it.
All right.
So I get here. This is awesome. I mean, this stainless exhaust he's doing is fantastic. But here's the deal. We've got 2 extra mufflers in this equation, and he's installing 2 more right here. So, is it gonna be loud, or is it not gonna be loud?
I think what'll be loud is the whine.
Yeah. So these are resonators, which makes it kind of not resonate.
Yeah.
Takes the drone away, but that's kind of like takes the hot rod out of it. I think a little bit.
I don't know. I think the drone gets really annoying on the highway.
So you're 40.
Do what?
So you're 40.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
So is Dad. He likes them as quiet as you can get them.
Well, I don't like them quiet. All mine are loud, but they're no drone.
Oh, now he really sounds like Dad. No, it's getting there. But Keenan's doing an awesome job. He had to actually, I mean, I'll let you him tell you about it, but he's actually been working on it quite a bit this week. You want to tell him about it?
Just buffing and
Hand them over the mic. Yeah.
Pass me the microphone
It
first.
seemed like a natural point to just go into it,
Yeah. I'll leave you this light.
since everyone thinks this is a scripted show.
They do?
I don't know.
I wish mine was scripted because that sounds like
What kind of transmission does Justin have?
hootenanny.
4L6, 4L.
So yeah, just another exhaust
I'll take that. All right.
exhaust buff. That's all I've done for the past month now, which
Yeah.
is weird, but I like it. So I like both jobs.
Is that
Had a bunch of
But we're just doing some stainless 3-inch on Phillips truck.
back in there, but it bombed out some and it kept sealed.
It's got the resonators he was complaining about. True duals. We are gonna have to go 2.5 just over the rear axle. Sorry, Phil.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Just
say
right
those
there.
are too much of a muffler. I think it's still going to be.
Yeah.
I think it's still going to be.
No, we don't care what you think. We want to know what the audience thinks.
Oh, okay.
What is the audience?
It's not what
think?
you
They're
like.
all gonna agree with Dad. I don't like drone. And I like hot rods, man. You know.
Yeah, but I think you might be confusing drone. Drone's the annoying resonation you hear in the ear when you're cruising down the highway.
The back glass like vibrates.
When you're
Yeah.
40. You're older than me. What are you talking about?
I think it's gonna sound just fine. You got the Spintex on here.
I've never seen those.
Then you're not 40.
You're actually right. I'm 39. I'll be 40 in a
if
couple
you were
months.
40, you would have seen those on every Fox Body Mustang between 1997
Well,
and 2005.
I was the dude that was rocking the Flowmasters on my 302.
The single chamber.
Yeah.
Flow. That was
Yep.
they were about as popular
Yeah.
as Flowmaster.
They sounded good for the time.
Yeah. I'll let y'all finish because Dad's getting mad at me. Look, he knows I'm talking.
I mean,
about
that's pretty much it. We just happened to get lucky with the width of the muffler is the same width as this X. So he got caught. So yeah, the same width as the X to these mufflers. So I went ahead and just made a little stainless plate and tacked them together so I could do this way easier.
Heck yeah.
And then I'll end up welding them all. Right now, just trying to get from here to there.
You're making good progress because
Yeah.
when I first came in a couple hours ago, there was nothing underneath it. You were still
Yeah.
waiting on parts to show up.
Yeah, yesterday at the end of the day, I just had the headers.
The headers, yeah.
Yeah, I just had the V-band on the headers.
So
And this
just in
one-
the last two hours, you've done pretty much everything from the headers back,
Yep.
even though some of it's just mocked in place.
And
I'm
then,
sure that. Yeah, here, go ahead,
I'll
take
say-
that. Sorry,
don't
I
know if
keep
you
pointing
can
it in your face.
No, you're good. And then the other thing, which it's still got some compound on that I didn't wipe off, but this is pretty much buffed out, ready for the streets. So
Yeah, it looks
that's how
good,
it's
man.
gonna look. But that's what I did earlier in the week. Finished buffing it. So this weekend Phil can do everything. Whatever, if it can go on, it can go back on the truck. So
Nice.
he's got a lot to do.
Yeah. Well, I think he set himself up for success with all the pre-wiring he's done.
Yeah, wiring usually takes the longest, so hopefully that's mostly done and it'll go smooth. But
Is it real easy to swap? Like
yeah, just doing exhaust.
All right, so we're here today, and Philip, I took him with me to go to Sam's today. We tuned the
Which is a tuner.
yeah,
that you
Sam
use.
from Advanced Modern Performance. Tuned Justin C10 for us. And I took Philip with me because we were trying to do exhaust on his truck. And as you can see, Philip is all up in the middle of Keenan's business right now, just slowing him down. So the few hours we were gone, they made some headway. And we kind of spec'd out the exhaust before we left and kind of got everything situated. And then we come back. So Keenan had it to the X-pipe when we got back 2 hours ago. And we're still at the X-pipe because Philip is just not shutting his mouth whatsoever. So come over here. Philip, can you move out of the way real quick? Let me just get in here real quick, right?
Where'd
All
that
right.
light go? Where did that light go?
So, the light?
We need the light.
Where's the light?
You had it, didn't you?
Who the light?
No, Keenan had it.
I set it down, I guess, on the.
It's right here.
1 second, please.
Light. Where's the light guy at?
All right.
Thank you, sir.
So the exhaust here is going to be quieter because we put these vibrant, super quiet resonators in it. And Philip didn't even want mufflers. So he wanted to come off the header, and then on each side, he didn't want no X, no nothing. He wanted them just blown out and then coming out underneath the cab. Not even underneath the bed. He wanted them right underneath the driver and the passenger door. Because he's like, man, I just want
He wanted that boom tube.
I want it loud. I want it amazing. And just, like, I want everybody to know that I'm firing up my truck. And I told him, I said, man, that's white trash.
It sounds like crap. It really does.
Like, we don't do that.
The only reason I say
That's all we
that
do.
is because before I got new exhaust for my vet, I was like, oh, here's my perfect opportunity. I'm just going to run it straight piped and see what it sounds like.
Terrible.
I sound like white trash redneck going
Yeah.
down the highway.
So, and no offense to the white trash or the redneck people watching my channel. I'm just saying, like, that is not what we're going for here, okay? I'm not doing it. I'm not listening to it. We're driving this thing to Dino's, and I don't want to hear it. I don't want to be associated with that. So I had him put these resonators in it. We got a nice X. We got his Spintech mufflers, which are super, super loud anyways. But this is going to be nice. This is a very nice, classy exhaust system we've got going on here. And he also said something else that was completely stupid. He said he'd rather hear the exhaust than the supercharger, which why did we even get a supercharger if we don't want to listen to it, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's the
Yeah,
most
you know what you should have
stupid
got
thing
was
I've
like
ever
you
heard.
should have got one of those Chevy SB2 NASCAR motors to put in there, and then you would have been like 900 NA horsepower. But when you've got a boost, I kind of with Casey on that. You got,
I mean, why didn't we just keep it a V6 and just run open headers? It'd sound just as stupid. So, anyways, I have vetoed everything Philip said. We're running the resonators. We're putting an X-pipe in it. We're going to put tailpipes in it. He asked if do I get to put any input on where the mufflers and the tips come out? Also, no. Like, it is all up to me. And it's just because he's pretty much validated that he has no style. So I'm just going to take control of this vehicle, make sure it's nice and presentable, and then he can drive it to West Texas and park it in the sandstorm if he wants to. But when it leaves here, it will be a very classy, stylish vehicle. He did say something about putting some stickers all over the back window because he needed more horsepower. I know he's been saving stickers. I mean, he's got Ride Tech, Aeromotive,
you've got some of those Ford Era stickers to throw on there, huh?
Ford Era. He's got Spintech. I mean, those right there are 30 horse piece, and he said he's going to put both of them on it.
Yeah, this one too.
Oh yeah, let's get him that one. That's good for at least 50, don't you think?
Blake
In
had me
2024, probably.
Blake had me custom order him that sticker. Don't act like that wasn't for him. So, anywho, we're making nice cars as long as we can keep Philip out of the equation and he's not allowed to have any input. Also, while we were at Sam's, we blew up Justin's transmission. I didn't. Neither did Sam, really. It's just a 4L60.
It blew itself up.
Like Keenan said earlier, the 4L60 is a meme transmission. Not
Right.
Not meme. It's a meme.
Yeah.
So I don't feel bad about it. Justin's upset. He kept calling us like 400 times when we were on our way back. Where y'all at? Where y'all at? It's like, we're stopping at Taco Bell and getting some food. It's like, I don't know what he wanted to see when he got here, except his truck is pissed transmission fluid all over my trailer. But it's just broke. And now
Was it able to put up any numbers or no?
it did 377 horsepower.
And that threw the transmission out?
It's a 4L60, bro.
I know, that's true. You're right. It's a
And
meme.
340 foot-pounds of torque. It didn't like it. But I told him from the beginning, I told Philip, I've told all these guys, I'm not worried about the motor. I was worried about the transmission going on the dyno. But we wanted to know the horsepower. He wanted to know the horsepower. I mean, you just dyno these cars when they're done. So it's not like we did anything wrong. The transmission was junk. And honestly, the transmission is the only thing that we didn't touch in the whole build. Like, I took the motor apart. I took the heads off, I did everything, cleaned everything, made sure everything was fine, and we put it all back together. I felt comfortable with the motor. We put different valve springs on it because it had stock valve springs on the cam. So we put different valve springs on. I mean, the motor's good. The motor sounds good, doesn't smoke, it's got great compression, all that's fine. The transmission, we didn't do anything to it. Mainly because I told them we shouldn't. Like, it's a 4L60. Why would you put any money into it? They're known for being garbage, so.
Yeah.
It's out there on the trailer. Blake, it threw the rear bushing on the drive shaft. It didn't blow up the transmission. It's not like broke, but it needs a new tail shaft.
Not worth doing.
I
wouldn't.
I wouldn't do it, but if Justin wants to throw it in there and then come up with a better option later, I understand that, because like a 4L65, 70, 75, it's probably going to be $5,000, $6,000 for the transmission. Where we could probably put, I think Blake looked it up earlier, maybe a couple $100 we could put a new tail shaft on it.
Gotcha.
But that's where we're on Philip's truck, making it a beauty queen. Even though he wants to WT this thing to the moon and back. We're doing all right. He's glaring at me right now. Like, am I wrong?
I'm not WT.
No, you're trying to WT this thing.
Ghetto.
No, it ain't. You're not even doing ghetto things.
It's ghetto.
I just want to do hood rat things with my hood rat friends, or whatever that kid says. All right, come in here. I'll show you what else I've done. I don't think I need this.
Yeah, okay, good.
Have you told them that you actually like me?
I do. I love you to death. I just am not going to let you build something stupid.
Well, we know that, but you hadn't said that on video.
Yeah.
Well, edit that out.
Okay.
Hey, bleep that out for me.
Yeah.
I bleep him to beep, 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 beep. All right. So, we've been busy last few days. Monday, I was sick. Like, just, I don't know what's the matter with me. Like, allergies. You had me down. Tuesday had me half down. But the guys got that ready for final spot prime after we seam sealed it. I'm going to do that this week or weekend. We did all the seam sealer work on that bed. We did the seam sealer work on the cab. We did all the edges on it. It's all spot urethaned because we just urethane over the seam sealer so we can smooth it up.
Uh-huh.
And then, you see the 56 in there? All taped up, ready for paint?
I got a little bit of B-roll with my phone earlier when the guys were just finished.
So it's ready to go. I'm going to paint it. Heck, I might paint it today. What time is it? Shoot, it's only 3 o'clock. 2.5 hours, I can paint that firewall. Have that thing done today. That one will be finished. So then that means next week we'll get the chassis here and put the body on the chassis and set it up in the body shop, and we'll put doors, fenders, hood, core support. We'll put the whole thing together and get ready to start blocking it together. So that's a bonus. We got a new cleaning kid started this week.
Dude, he pulled everything out from
He's
underneath
super
there,
OCD.
mopped it. Then, not only did he organize everything back exactly to where you couldn't even tell he did it, he mopped the whole top of the table.
Good. I told him to mop underneath it too.
Yeah, oh,
So
he
every
did
day-
that.
So like yesterday, he came in and took everything out from underneath here. I said, man, I'm gonna run my floor machine under there. I said, so everything under there needs to be wiped down too. So like he wiped down and cleaned up all of our jack stands, the vacuums, like all that spotless. He cleaned my damn lathe so good I gotta re-grease it because he cleaned all the damn oil off the lathe that needs to be on it. So it's like de-oiled all the way.
I heard the guys complaining earlier that he's cleaning too good, that now they're butthurt that they don't get to take 2 hours off in
I know,
advance to
they
clean.
have to work till 5 now.
Yep.
5:15.
They were like, we
Is there
might have to
nothing
get
for them to
rid of
clean?
this kid.
and then there's Chase. So that's what I'm doing. You got all your parts sanded. It's killer, right? Let's take a look at your parts. So I primed these parts for you, right? Remember that? Do you remember me priming them, putting primer on?
Yeah, epoxy.
Yep. I epoxy primer these things. And then you sanded it so good that you took all the primer off that I put on it. It would have been nice if there was some primer left on this thing. But
I gotta go on the other side. I think it's worse.
he sanded off all my primer.
But look, these pits are so smooth.
I guess. So now I'll seal this with a polyuroxy sealer that sticks to bare metal because I can't use regular sealer on it because it doesn't go over bare metal.
Oh. You did say it was okay if a little bit of metal was showing.
A little bit of metal showing. Like I barely got any primer showing.
Yeah, I got carried away. So I learned a lot from it, and I probably got way too many hours in sanding this thing.
You'd be a
because
terrible
I went
body man.
Too far. Why is that?
Because you'd put it all on and then sand it all right back off.
Isn't that what they already do anyways?
But they know when to stop. I don't think you know when to stop.
I was a woodworker, dude.
Just sand it all off.
This is new to me.
Let me start fresh.
Yeah.
So, and you got your brackets done, so that means if I paint that today or in the morning, we'll see how I feel.
Mm-hmm.
That means tomorrow afternoon or Saturday, if you want to swing by, I'll call you or whatever. We'll set this up. If I paint it tomorrow, you don't have to come because I'll have somebody here, but like to get it all set up, it'd be nice to have an extra person.
Yeah, yeah.
But we'll get it all cleaned up. And then once we're done, I know people are going to comment about the rust in there. We're going to clean all that out after we're done. It's just surface rust because
It's flash rust, yeah.
it's flash. Like
I literally wiped it down like 2 or 3 times. I should have had an air blower with me because Canton told me that's the only way I would be able to get it.
because we'll treat the inside of this thing and then we'll paint it. We're going to drill this out. But it'll be good. It'll be nice. It'll be what you expect the rest of the car to be when we're done, right? So now you have to fix everything on the car to be as nice as we've made this rear end.
Yeah, I still have to do some stuff on the front, but that's late. I want to finish the rear first.
Let's just get it to where it runs and drives again.
Oh, it runs. I crank it up every month. That baby
Every month?
fires
That
up.
even sounds worse. Like how long's it been down?
Well, without throwing other people under the bus, the last guy that screwed it up, that started in April.
Has it been that long?
Yeah, I didn't get to drive it at all.
The summer. Well, that's fine. Because now if we can get this thing together and built, this is the perfect weather for the car.
Yeah, oh yeah. I think it can be running this month.
I just feel like this is the second time he's run across not doing anything. What are you not doing? Why are you borrowing his screwdriver? Your toolbox is in there.
I don't have a fat tool set because
Well, didn't we have like 3 tool guys show up this week?
yeah, but are you
Next door up.
pay my bill then?
For 1 screwdriver, I will buy you a number 3 Phillips.
Snap on?
No, I just said I'd buy you a screwdriver.
You want to get the boys.
Oh, there he is again. He's probably trying to cut more corners.
Cut corners. Add
corners?
spice, add style.
Where's the spice?
All over this.
What are you
Look at
doing?
this stuff. Look at this truck.
What? All right, well, I gotta let you go. I gotta get Blake busy on something. We'll talk to you next week.
A lot of prep work. Inside of the fenders. One of them's already over there, ready to be wet sanded. All the little detail, all the edges, all the inside. Everything's been blocked, 240, 320, 400. You know, every little nook and cranny that you'll never see. Oh, seam sealer, that's another thing we did. We got the bed seam sealed. Inside, outside, tailgate. The cab is seam sealed. The cab is spot prime. We got a lot of stuff done this week, or the last week.
In the last 3 days too. It's always funny when you say a week because people always think like, oh yeah, a week. You guys kind of.
Days. And then I forget if I said anything about it the week before.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know what exactly I did last week.
Last week you had just put some of the seam sealer on the door jambs and you were waiting on it to dry so you could.
We're trying.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got all that spot prime. Ready to be wet sanded. Fenders, we'll have the doors ready. I think there's gonna be a couple little spot prime pieces. This thing should be seeing some color pretty soon.
God, that little louvered area looks like it was a
Oh,
pain.
it's fun, man. Just all day, scratch it.
That's what the face of fun looks like, huh?
Yep. That's it. Why the lights off? Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know how to draw my microphone.
You ready? Did you need to give your outro?
Short and sweet.
You ruined it for him, I guess.
It wasn't me. Did you see the hood? The 56 Bel Air hood?
I did not.
So we got that in poly, the top side. So all the pieces are in poly. Did you see them in poly? Or
I don't think so. You had them in the booth last week,
Yeah.
and they were going to be poly.
Okay, so the hood, top of the hood got polyed.
Oh yeah, last time I saw these, they still had
Yeah,
the skim coat.
Yeah, so this is the first coat of primer. So we got the fenders, the doors, the core support, the deck lid. Ooh, sorry. The deck lid and some miscellaneous inner fenders, headlight brackets. This kind of the splitter between the bumper and the grill. That's an urethane. We got Phillip's bed up on the body part. I'm gonna be working on that this weekend.
Has it already been painted?
Not painted.
Oh, not painted yet.
So it's all in poly.
It's just scuff.
Yeah. It's all in poly. I think I'm gonna be doing the floors. I don't know if you've seen a good look at the floor on Phillip's bed.
Oh. Man, that looks nice.
Yeah, so I'm coming in tomorrow to do the floors on the side to get it ready. I believe it's like 6 weeks when we have to have Phillip's.
You wet
shut down.
sanding that?
No, I
Or
gotta
is that
block
dry
it
sand?
first.
Oh, block it.
I gotta dry sand it first, then we'll wet sand.
Gotcha.
And then, did you take a look at the Bel Air?
Not from a distance, I did. He kind of pointed it out, saying he was going to paint it today.
So me and Nick this week busted down and put this in 400 grit dry, and then today we spent all morning and wet sanded it to 600 grit, and it is ready for paint.
Yeah, you'll have to send me that phone footage that you got.
Oh yeah.
Or the reflection of what it looked
Yeah.
like just as is.
That was another thing we did this week. We cleaned the bed of the square body. We wet sanded and cleaned it.
Yeah, I saw it sitting out there. It looks pretty sick.
Yeah, it's pretty sharp. It's ready to actually get wet sanded, the inside and out. So that'll be coming up pretty soon. But yeah, I'm ready for this to be sprayed today. It's going satin black.
Told me he was either going to do it today or potentially tomorrow morning.
Yes. You know what? I have a bone to pick. I was right on the bottom side of the hood.
I thought so. Did he watch the video after I sent it and was like, whoops, I messed that up. Let me go fix it.
No, so we use that clear coat as a builder. So
Really?
Yeah, so instead of like just priming the whole bottom of the side of the hood and then dry sanding it, blocking it all out, spending way more hours than we need to, he just went ahead and painted it, put a clear coat on it, and that was his builder. So we went back and wet sanded it this week and flowed it out a little bit more, and then he went ahead and matte blued it. So I was correct. He put the clear coat just to be a builder.
Okay.
So we could wet sand it and get a nice transition flow out on everything. And so he came back and painted it.
That's
yesterday.
interesting. I was just talking about how like his voodoo that he puts into these like satin matte paint jobs.
Yeah.
Because over the years he's just kind of refined his technique for it.
Yeah. It's awesome.
I don't
love
know
it.
the science behind it, but I'm slowly learning every time. Like seeing it in clear, I thought like, well, it looks good. It's
Yeah.
gonna be kind of weird because the rest of the engine bay's matte, but whatever.
It only took 2 weeks to figure out the real color, but I mean, because I know that 2 weeks ago I talked about it being matte blue and then clear coated, and we were like, whoa, okay.
He probably watched the video and was like, these idiots, they don't even know.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
don't
because
even know.
He didn't tell us until like Tuesday whenever we sanded it, and I was like, that's so smart. I get it now. I was like, I look dumb on that freaking video this week.
Nah, well, I was the one that was like, I came in and I saw it and I was like, I thought it was supposed to be matte. I'm like, Chase had no idea what he's talking about.
Yeah, no.
Turns out you did.
I knew it. I knew it. But yeah, so pretty much that's it. We're ready for this to be sprayed, and then I guarantee you next week we'll be wet sanding. I'll put money on it. And hopefully, maybe, put in a car together.
He did say that.
Bring the frame back?
He said that earlier that, he said hopefully next week that was all going back together so y'all could block it whole.
Yes. That's literally right after the firewall. That's what we're on. Be blocking all the panels together and hopefully getting this one, the C10 and Phillip's truck out of here pretty dang soon.
Man.
I mean, it'd be pretty nice. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Short and sweet. It was pretty long, but long and sweet. Man, I had a good, I was about to make a good joke.
What you got?
Long
Make
and sweet.
Long and sweet?
That's my nickname around here.
Everything's a two-person job around here.
You need to open the door for you?